Okay, so here's the deal. We all have different ways of dealing with isolation. Some of us are trying to figure out how to cope. Some of us are finding solace in creating. And some of us are just trying to find a center and balance. We may be separated, but we are not alone. Welcome to Little SIPS, a brief check-in with former guests on the podcast to see how they are coping and what they are doing while they're stuck in place during the COVID-19 pandemic. Please remember to check in on each other and be kind to yourselves. This time isn't easy for any of us, but maybe together we can find balance. The medicine is hard to swallow, but maybe we can all take little sips to get through it. Champagne is Also a Band podcast is proud to be a part of the Champagne Showers Podcast Network. Today's guest is Taylor from episode 32. Let's give him a call and see what's going on.
Hello?
Taylor.
Sven, what's up?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. Hey, Thank you for being on the show and just taking some time out of your day. Even though it's a little bit cool, it's a beautiful day outside. And
oh, yeah.
You know, so I have 4 questions, and this is all just kind of relating to how you're coping and creating, or just coping during the pandemic. So first question coming up is, have you been working on anything?
Yeah, I have. It's kind of been going in waves, you know, like I know back in March I was working on some stuff, and then April was kind of a month where, gosh, I really just didn't work on much of anything. But here in the past couple of weeks, I've been working on stuff. I wrote a new song, got a new song finished up. So
excellent. Yeah. So I guess on to question number 2. What's the first thing that you want to do once the whole COVID-19, the pandemic, the shelter in place is lifted, and you could say we're returning to as normal as we can?
Yeah. Gosh, I'd say just going out and playing shows. I know, me and Sarah with Maps of the Midwest, we were playing some shows, like I'm sure everybody was, back right before this started. So, just to get out and play some shows and just kind of be around people and see people again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's, even when we had the, when was that we actually interviewed? It was like November, something like that. December. But I mean, it was like just at the verge of 2020, and you were both so excited about going out and doing some shows, and unfortunately, it's just like you didn't get that opportunity to get out there and do those shows. So that was a bummer, but it'll. I think we'll get back on track, you know. But we've been working long distance on stuff, so good. We're in the process of doing kind of like a I don't know what you call it, maybe like a video mashup deal, like where I have I'll do a video of a song, me playing a song, send it over to her, and then she'll do a part for it, and then we'll combine the two. So we've almost got that perfected. So once we get that figured out, we'll start putting some stuff up. But awesome. Oh yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, my brain started going to like, oh yeah, how would you do that? How would you get it so that you could sync it up? But I mean, the only thing I could think of is if you like slate in like at the beginning or slate in at the end, you know, to get that, you know, not a click track, but, you know, like slating, like doing the snap so that you can line those snaps up and then everything's even. But I don't know. That's how I would do it, I guess. Never mind. That's all technical.
No, yeah, it's been a learning curve for sure.
Awesome. So, I guess the third question is, do you plan on doing a live stream anytime soon, as yourself, or like as Maps of the Midwest, or just, I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we've been kind of trying to focus on just like trying to make good quality videos, and then
Right.
Once we got that whole deal perfected, then putting those up on there. I think it probably depends on how long this lasts with how everything's going. If it lasts longer than I think it will, then there might probably be a live stream in there.
Yeah. Well, that would be cool. So let me know if you're going to do that, and I'll let other people know, I guess, however I can.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
So, my last and terrible question is, so like, what's the worst part about the shelter in place for you?
Well, I will say, I definitely haven't had it near as bad as every other people have during this. I'm still working for the most part, so income wise, it's going pretty good. And then thankfully, me and my family, none of us have gotten sick or anything. So I guess the worst part would be just kind of I don't know, like the boredom for sure is one, and just kind of, I guess, trying to find new or different things to do.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of people are just kind of trying to feel out what this is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know. It's one thing is it's kind of threatening at one point, and then at another it's kind of like you're isolating, and then there's just, what do you do with all that, and how do you figure out how to navigate that? It's
yeah, for sure.
It's more about just asking these questions than actually doing something. So sometimes it's all about trying to figure out and who you are in the middle of all this, so it's definitely not an easy thing. But so like, so you've been writing some things, hopefully something that maybe you'll be willing to share on the show at the end.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Excellent. So, I guess, Taylor, thank you for being on the show and just having a chat with me and let me know how you're doing, and kind of what's going on in your world since we last talked. And it astounds me that it wasn't that long ago that I had people in this studio recording and talking and interviewing, and so it's this new bizarro world. And so I am more and more appreciative of the fact that I had people that wanted to come in and talk about their music and share things about themselves. And it just, I don't know, it's kind of it's one of those nice things that I can look back on and reflect on, and kind of keeps me looking forward to the future. And and I hope when you can create new things and record new things and share it with the rest of the world, that maybe hopefully we can eventually see you perform live as Maps of the Midwest. So I look forward to that day. Yeah.
So this has probably been tough for you to navigate through all this. Yeah.
It's been interesting, but I've, at least for like my regular episodes, I've decided that focusing on more of the should I say like the expats of Champaign-Urbana, the ones that I would be calling long distance anyway. I figured this is a good enough time to reach out to them and kind of see where they're going and what they're up to and what they're creating, and so yeah. It's and how different the CU scene is from wherever they landed, so to speak. So that's been the new challenge. But now that I have the little phone hookup, I can do these phone interviews, and it's great. So that's awesome. I appreciate being able to do that. But Taylor, thank you for being on the show and just having a chat with me. And I look forward to hearing some new things from you and all the great things. So thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it. Awesome.
Thanks everybody for listening to the show. Taylor was kind enough to share a demo of a new song that he's been working on called Ash and Ivy. Without further ado, here's Ash and Ivy.
Started a fire with a spark and a wire, Ash and Ivy Street, at the top of the hill where you and I used to meet. It's a dying scene, it's a guillotine, just another abandoned road. And my favorite spot is now a parking lot, and everything seems so dull. If you ever come back down and bring me a little love and dreams that are made up more than dust. If you ever come back down and you tell me what is left for us, and it's death, another way of living without rust. Pick me up and shut me up, take me out tonight. I don't care, just take me anywhere, finally feel alright. Take a drive on a downward slide, the edge of the setting sun. Make a cut, stitch me up with a brand new kind of love. If you ever come back down and give me a song to sing to an empty room full of everything I need. If you ever come back down and give me something to hold dear, 'cause the things I love always find a way to disappear. And this whole world keeps spinning round, and the white noise won't drown out the sound. And I'm doing my best, get up, put my feet on the ground without falling down. I wish I could hear you now, the sirens and howls at night, and I wish I could see you one last time. Without the machines of tubes and wires, blessing light and off-white tiles, take me back to the house you lived in years ago, in the garden where all the colors bloom and grow, at the top of the hill on Ash and Ivy Road, on Ash and Ivy Road. Thank you for listening to Little Sips. This is Taylor from episode 32, reminding you great CU music is on the internet. Stay right where you are.
Studio. South Speaker on the inside.